Welcome in, guys, to another Walking Dead All-Stars video. This is your boy JustCMTexx, and I'm back, and we're gonna get ready to go over the information that was just released by the executive producer of the game, Han. And we're gonna look at the update 1.5. More information was released, and we're gonna go ahead and get directly into it. It says, "Happy Friday. This is executive producer Han. Has it been about 2 weeks? We would like to give feedback about some suggestions left on previous dev notes. We were touched to find all the words of encouragement of dev note comments. We will continue our efforts to satisfy survivors. We are here to let players know about feedback that is being implemented. We also have news on 1.5 update. So suggested feedback. Many players shared their thoughts on potential improvements to the game. We are thankful for players' interest in the game, but we are also worried about many things we need to solve. It took some time to compile the feedback, but we are prepared some responses. So here's some of the responses that they prepared. Number one, we want to change buff types on gear applied on 1.5 update. It is great to get legendary gear or higher gear. Even better when you get the right buff type alignment. However, it can be disappointing if you get the buff type you want. If you don't get the buff type you want. I also experienced this in game. I put the gear of my character, but I also am not about to enhance it. Okay. While we had internal plans about a function to change buff types, we decided to make it happen faster since a lot of players wanted it. We prepared gear alignment tickets that can randomly change the buff type of a gear. So you're going to be able to change the different types of buffs on a gear. So like if you had one that was neutral and you want to make it that's interesting. That's real interesting. So gear alignment tickets can be obtained through weekly quests, events, perks. Please note that gear alignment tickets will become available through weekly quests once players clear stage 1540. So once you clear the stage 1540, you should be allowed to have access to get these. So that is absolutely interesting. Next, we have that we would like more frequent updates. Okay, applied on 1.5. So we have previously we prepared a lot of content for each update, which created 4-week terms between updates. In order to bring updates more frequently, we plan to bring what we have ready for each update and prepare the updates every 2 weeks. So they moved up the timeline from 4 weeks to 2 weeks. However, we need survivors to understand one thing as we bring more frequent updates. We initially planned to finish the personal gear update with the second part of the update. Instead, we plan to bring whatever personal gear we have ready with the update next week and bring the rest of the personal gear in the update 2 weeks after the next week's update. So it looks like they're going to split that personal update into 2. You know, the first is in 2 weeks and another 2 weeks after that. And we are bringing personal gear for Predator Warrior attributes. Interesting. And bystanders personal gear will be updated on October 10th. For the October 10th update, we plan to bring personal gear for bystanders, new survival records, and a new survivor Yumiko. So on the October 10th update, we're going to get Yumiko, which is interesting. We'd love to see what her survivor kit is going to look like. And on top of that, we also get personal gear for the bystanders as well. Now, the next thing, here are some responses to feedback. We are implementing our build so that it can play battle replays that took place in different build versions. Okay, and please prepare more events. We will be adding 3 new events. Community manager will be taking care of community events and coupons. Please more skins. We aim to release new skins around the end of October or early November. It is taking some time since we have to come up with skin designs that will fit the Walking Dead IP, which is understandable. Yeah, some of these things take time, man, to be able to develop and stuff like that too. So I definitely understand that. Is there any plans for collaborating? Collaborating with different IPs is a little complicated as we cannot introduce aspects of different IPs to the Walking Dead IP. We will let the community know when we have good news on that. So they asked about collaborations, and it looks like they can't. Sometimes you can cross collab with certain things. Like you'll probably see like Street Fighter and Tekken and stuff like that, or you'll see Street Fighter characters in certain games. But you know that takes some time to be able to get those things in place. So it says reducing recruiting costs, increasing event rewards. We will try to prepare more events that give recruitmate rivals as rewards. Okay, functions to claim quest all rewards. This function is under development, so they looks like they're developing a function to be able to claim all rewards, and we will let the community know once we have the final schedule for that update. So it looks like they're listening to the community and providing some clarity and feedback for everybody that's involved. So this is absolutely good. Now, Last Man Standing is a new mode that's coming into the game, and what they said about Last Man Standing is there seems to be some questions about Last Man Standing, which is one of the biggest content of 1.5, version 1.5. I would like to respond to some of the concerns around Last Man Standing from the last development note. First of all, we plan to run a beta season before introducing the official season. We have been preparing this content for a long time and ran multiple internal tests, but since it is not verified in the live build, I thought it would be necessary to monitor its stability. Let's take a look at the basics of Last Man Standing. So the Last Man Standing concept, valuable supplies are located in this area. Not everyone would dare to go in, and powerful opponents are determined to fight to the death are waiting for you. While most people won't be able to enter this arena, they wait for the victory, betting on who will survive. Those that engage in the battle in each arena, the winner proceeds to the inner arena. Okay, Last Man Standing is where players can watch other top survivors' intense battles, while the participants eligible for this content are limited. Those who cannot participate can also enjoy the content by betting on who will survive. Players will obtain double the resources they bet if they bet on the right survivor. Okay, so second thing about the rules with the Last Man Standing. The Last Man Standing period, once every 2 weeks, will become available around 5 days. The schedule for the game is UTC, format setting 9, format lock from 9 to 12, and battle is from 12 to 13. So this seems to be from 12 to 1. Unlock conditions available upon unlocking Frontier Outskirts. Last Man Standing qualifying round, top 10 survivors with the most center of Frontier points in the previous season. So it looks like it's gonna have something to do with Frontier as well. Last Man Standing cheer betting available to all survivors who unlock Last Man Standing. So you have it unlocked, even though you cannot participate, you might not have a high enough team, you will be able to at least bet and still get some rewards. So I think that's actually a really good concept there. Okay, next we have how the Last Man Standing works. Multiple servers are grouped as a zone. At the qualifying rounds for each zone, up to top 40 survivors, the tournament will be held from the round of 16 to the final. The season will end with the winner is determined in each zone. Okay, so it looks like a round robin of collection of zones. So that seems to be okay as well too. We have to see how this is going to play out, but the fact that you can be able to bet is absolutely amazing, because some games you can't even bet, you know, if you're not in the top portion of the game, you know, you just don't even get those top rewards. So it can create some imbalance, but this seems to be able to you know, we have to see how it is and how it plays out, but it seems to be good so far. Some participating players. Also, for survivors ranked from 1 to 10 in the center of the frontier, participants in the Last Man Standing, we suggest setting up the format during the qualifying period. The format can only consist of characters that are legendary or higher tier, and the total of 3 teams are required. Last Man Standing specifics rules are applied to characters that have been assigned to the formation. By completing the format, the battle will automatically proceed according to a fixed schedule, and survivors can check the battle results and determine through the replay function after battle ends. If the battle end due to timeout, the winner will be determined by the number of surviving characters on the field. If the same number of characters remain, the user with the higher combined HP will remain of the remaining characters win the battle. Survivors can also receive a special border that can be used in their profile as proof of mastering as a reward. So that's good. You can be able to show off your stuff. Now, we do have the betting user system, and we have the beta system as well too. So the betting system is available from round of 16, and cheer bets is allowed on only one participant per match in round of 16, qualifying, quarterfinals, semifinals, and finals. Survivors will use canned food equivalent to 48 hours of auto search as their battle tokens. If the participant you decide to cheer for wins, you will get back twice the number of cans spent. Unfortunately, if the participant you decide to root for lose, you lose as well, which makes sense, you know, because if you're betting on them and they lose, then you're going to lose out on that as well. Okay, so regarding the beta season, as mentioned above, since this is top tier PvP content, we plan to operate as a beta season to prevent any inconvenience and frustrations what could cause by potential issues and errors from the content. So it looks like they are definitely setting this up, and this is the last man standing season that we have here. So it's going to start on the 27th with qualifiers. Round of 16 is Wednesday the 28th. The 29th is round of 8. The 30th is semifinals. The 1st is finals, and then we have qualifiers that start all over again for the beta season 2. So it looks like it's going to be a weekly thing that's going to be ran, and you're going to have the finals on a Saturday, and then on the 8th, then it'll start up again with the qualifiers, which is a week later, and then it's going to run through that Wednesday. Okay, so this is the format that we have for the last man standing and the beta that's getting ready to come out and everything. So this seems to be okay. Let's just see how this is going to play out. I wonder you know, how's the betting system going to work, what type of rewards and stuff is gonna come from that. So that'll be interesting to be able to see. And lastly, what we have in it says, in addition, in the case of first beta, the rankings are determined based on pre-calculated points from the center of the frontier. We highly suggest all survivors participate in the center of frontier before the season ends this week. So if you have not participated in frontier, you definitely want to be able to do that. Please take a closer look at last man standing beta season. We highly suggest all participants go on the qualifying round and the round of 16 to try setting your teams and spectate other battles to prepare for the official season. Also, for players who did not get to participate but make cheer bets, we will fully support the amount of bets so that you can get full hands-on experience of the first beta season. Canned food is required for betting, and it can be provided to you to your mailbox daily. We hope every survivor to experience the last man standing with an open heart and enjoy while we prepare. Our second dev note ends here. We will update you on some of the action plans based on your suggestions and concerns. Oh, one more note to share. Since the market inspection on both the App Store and Google Play was approved earlier than we expected, our scheduled maintenance has moved up from 9/27 to 9/26. See you again in the future with dev notes. So this is very, very interesting. This is the 1.5 update that is getting ready to come out pretty much tomorrow, later today actually, because we're on the 26th, so later today. So let's go ahead and get ready to get our hands on it. Annie is coming with this update as well too. This is your boy JustCMTexx. Hit that like, subscribe, notification bell for more Road All Stars content. Peace.